Do you know what your character strengths are? Do you know the importance of knowing your own strengths? In this video, we are going to explore about your character strengths or the concept of character strengths through the light of positive psychology. This is the second episode in the series of positive psychology. I'm Archana, this is Alignment. Welcome to Alignment. Character strengths are the positive qualities which a person has in his life, or the positive traits which the person has. Enables the person to lead a positive life with a positive mindset, and that person will be able to cope with all the challenges with comfort, ease and confidence. Different people have different kinds of strengths. It's a tedious task to actually find out what are your strengths. Your strengths might be creativity, that you can see a new concept or a concept which might be old but in a new way. Or you might be having kindness or compassion in your life. You might be having more of a social intelligence, or your strength might be that you're very strong, or different kinds of strengths are there for different people. Understanding your strengths can take time and efforts from your side. Let me explain some of the ways in which you can find your own character strengths. The first one would be reflection. Looking into your past activities or those times where you felt confident, you felt like you have achieved something and you were proud of yourself. Maybe that might be an activity or an incident which might help you understand what are your strengths. For example, after helping out a friend, you felt like you have done something really good and you felt good about yourself. So that might be a strength which you have. You are a kind and a compassionate person. You can make use of different instruments or inventories which would help you understand with the preferences or the character strengths which you have got. For example, VIA character strengths, and there are different tests which shall help you to understand your character strengths to you in a better way. Those tools can help you get the insights required to make you understand your preferences and your strengths in a deeper way. And the next one would be you can take feedbacks from your closed ones. You can get a new perspective from them. There might be strengths that they have noticed and you haven't. You can get a new perspective and think in that particular way. For example, you go to your friends and ask them what are the strengths that they have noticed which you haven't identified or noticed yet. And they might answer you back like, you are a non-judgmental person who's always there for us, you are very empathetic. And that might give you a fresh perspective of looking into your own ways of coping with challenges or new situations, or being there for yourself and your loved ones. Think deeper and identify those areas where you constantly perform well and you have the confidence like, yeah, in those activities you are performing well and you're doing pretty good. And the other thing might be experimenting with new activities and new skills. You might not know that you have those skills, and actually you might end up finding new strengths inside of you. Just try to be more open and where you can identify and accept your own strengths. And these strengths evolve with time, with new learning, new experiences in your life. So it might take time and efforts from your side to identify your strengths which are already there, or build new strengths which can make you understand the capability or building in the resilience required for coping with all the challenges in your life. In positive psychology, understanding and concentrating upon your strengths is a very crucial part, and there are various reasons due to which positive psychology motivates you to actually look into your strengths rather than weaknesses, because by concentrating on these strengths you can enhance your well-being, because you can utilize your strengths and make your life more happy and satisfied as you are living and savoring all the experiences on the basis of the strengths which you have got, rather than just looking into your weaknesses and just crying over it and being negative about everything. We can have a positive outlook towards our lives and different experiences which we are having in our lives. Understanding these strengths can even help us, enhance the positive relationships in our life, because we'll be able to do well in all the activities and we can prove to be a very good team player, because we know what our strengths are and we can help out others as well, and we can increase the productivity in our lives, and we can be happy, satisfied, and generally we can have a positive outlook towards even challenging situations around us. Another advantage which we can achieve by looking into our capabilities or the strengths which we have would be that the stress which we have in our lives can get reduced, and that can have a very much of a big difference in our life, because we'll be able to look at our strengths and work upon those. We can savor all the moments or the positive moments in our life. We'll be more happy, satisfied, and thus in turn we can reduce stress. Exploring our own strengths and capabilities can help us discover our own selves. It can be a self-discovery journey that we are starting with, concentrating upon the strengths which we have. Analyzing and understanding your own strengths can be a bit challenging, because there are few challenges which might come up while we are trying to find out what are our strengths. The first one or the first challenge would be reflection difficulties. For example, it might be difficult for a person to actually assess themselves regarding what are their strengths, or micro analyzing all the situations where they have felt happy. It might be challenging for a person to actually find strengths on their own. In those cases, you can get the help of your loved ones and you can get a fresh perspective, and you can start off with the journey with the support from your loved ones. Another challenge that we might face while understanding our strengths might be overemphasizing on the weaknesses, our tendency to overemphasize on the weaknesses which we get from the society. Since our childhood, we might be having our parents or teachers just making us realize like, this is your weakness, that is your weakness. So we get habitual at looking at our weaknesses more than that we look onto our strengths. And there are some people who lack the awareness about their own strengths, or they underestimate their own capabilities. Those people, what can they do to understand or to nurture their strengths are like experiment with new things, ask your loved ones about your strengths, and try to be more reflective. Maybe start journaling or take time off and think about your strengths in a more deeper way to get a better understanding and better awareness about your strengths. Fear of failure or the extensive fear of failure can be another reason which inhibits your capability to look at your strengths in a more deeper or a more clear way. So just have some confidence, try to build in the resilience to actually fight those challenges which might come in between the way of you and the strengths you have, and just embark on this journey and try out finding your own strengths, and finally you can understand what your strengths are, and it can be really rewarding, and you can have a well satisfied and happy life with the strengths and concentrating upon those strengths.
Understanding and using our strengths play a pivotal role in positive psychology. Recognizing and applying these inherent qualities contribute to increased well-being, resilience, and overall life satisfaction.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope all of you liked it. And if you have got any suggestions like how can I improve, how can I make the video more interactive, or any of those suggestions, please feel free to comment and like the video, share this video with your loved ones, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you once again for watching. Bye bye. See you next time. Take care till then.